Oh, hi guys. Good morning. Cowboy Star here, coming back at you again. Hope you all are having a good day so far. Looking forward to the college football today, and then, of course, the Cowboys game at noon against the Washington Commanders. It's a noon game, so uh, not too sure if I like the noon games or the 3 o'clock games better. What do you guys think? Do y'all like the noon or the 3 o'clock better? Kind of think I like the three better, but it's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and get it over with and beat these Commanders. Well, the Cowboys were able to defeat the New York Giants 23-16 the other night. Cooper Rush had another good, manageable game. Didn't make any turnovers. Didn't throw any interceptions. Uh, he didn't throw for a whole lot of yardage. I think he ended up with almost 200 yards throwing the ball, but really didn't have to. He ran the game plan. He's done what he's done the last 3 games that he started, and he's won all 3 of them just by running the offense and not trying to do too much. And I think Dak Prescott could take a few pointers from that. Uh, you know, he's come a long way from when he first started with the Cowboys. Cooper Rush, he's got enough arm to get the job done. He doesn't have a cannon or anything like that, but he's efficient and he knows these receivers well because he's practiced a lot more with these backup receivers and receivers like Noah Brown that have been here for quite a while that Dak hasn't really done because he's the backup quarterback. So naturally, he's got more reps with these guys. But he's even starting to build a rapport with C.D. Lamb. Uh, but he has a chance this weekend to become the first Cowboy quarterback ever to win his first 4 starts. So, man, if Cooper Rush keeps doing this, man, it might be hard for Dak to get back in. If he keeps winning like this, because Dak did this to Tony Romo. Tony Romo was well, and he could have played, but Dak went on a streak and won like 11 or 12 games in a row, and Romo just couldn't get back in the lineup. But it's pretty impressive what he's done so far. Speaking of Dak Prescott, Dak is still fighting the swelling in that broken finger that he sustained in the second game of the year. The stitches are out now, but there's still a bit of swelling there, and he can't throw the ball until the swelling goes down. So um, I think Dak has conceded that he's not going to play in this game, but he's kind of eyeing the next game against the Rams to come back and try to play. But it remains to be seen if the swelling's going to subside to where he can get to practicing. If he's not able to practice, he's not going to play, and they're going to leave Cooper Rush in there. And you can't really blame him because Rush has really been driving the bus pretty good for the Cowboys. The realistic timeline, like I said, is week 5 versus the Rams or week 6 versus the Eagles that Dak most probably for sure will be back by the week 6. Uh, Myself, I have no big desire for Dak to rush himself back, especially the way Rush has been playing. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Just keep him in there till he loses. That's the way I feel about it. Let Dak get back 100%. But the Cowboys are 3.5-point favorites in this game against Washington uh, this week. Rush is passing at 6.9 yards per pass, which 7.0 is the standard of a decent quarterback. So Rush is doing the job. Make no mistake about it. He's got some confidence going right now, and the Cowboys like him. Even the players are liking him. So uh, let's see what happens in this game. Hopefully, we don't lay an egg against the Washington Commanders. But Dak said he isn't okay with sitting out, but he knows he has to be patient. He knows he can't rush it because he could risk injuring it worse and be out for a long period of time. One DeMarcus Lawrence said his foot is okay. He said it was just sore, and he said he'll be good to go. He felt something in his foot the other night, and they took him out of the game. He said he just wanted to make sure it wasn't nothing to it, so he didn't want to make it worse than it was if there was something wrong with it. But one thing that really stood out to me, they had an interview with Micah Parsons, and Micah said he's ready. He's ready for this game. He said he's felt better than he has in a long time, and he is ready, and he's chomping at the bit to get out there on the field. Last week, you could tell that he was still trying to get over that flu that he had. He didn't have any sacks, and some of the Cowboys were kind of giving Micah Parsons a hard time about that he didn't have any sacks. I think they were trying to stir him up so he can really go wild in this game, but we'll see what happens there. If the Cowboys can put a lot of pressure on Wentz, it's going to make for a long day for Wentz, just like it did last week with Danny Dimes of the New York Giants. So I think the keys to the game this week will be for the Cowboys to put a good rush on Wentz, stop the running game, of course, get as many turnovers as they can, and maybe even Turpin can run a good kick return back, maybe even for a touchdown. He almost broke one last week, and he's due. He's about to hit that seam. With the last guy in the line of fire to get him was the punter, and he got him. But he just happened to have a good angle on him. Turpin's got speed to burn, man. If he ever gets in the open field, he's going to be gone. If I was the Cowboys, I'd be trying to find ways to use him on jet sweeps or wide receiver screens or some kind of way to get the ball in his hands, because he's got some ultimate speed out there, and I think he could really bust one open for the Cowboys. But finally, in some sad news, which I really was shocked to hear, former Cowboys tight end Gavin Escobar, who played for the Cowboys for 4 years, and a friend of his, a lady friend of his, I think they were just friends because I know he's married, were killed in a rock climbing accident the other day. And, a lot of the Cowboys that have played with Escobar that are still on the team and people that knew him are really shocked by this news. He was only 31 years old. Most recently, he was a fireman, becoming a regular guy. He was a fireman since February, and he was doing well at that job. Just horrible to hear somebody, that young, 31 years old. The particulars of how the accident happened have not yet been released. I don't know if he fell off the cliffs or what happened. They got to a point where they couldn't go any further and just got stranded. We don't know yet, but I'm sure that news will come out. But Gavin Escobar dead at 31. Very, very, very disheartening to hear. So the Cowboys are up against the Commanders, like I said, Sunday at noon. If you're a Cowboy fan, you need to be watching that game. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate all those who have so far. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this video and what you think about the Cowboys' chances against the Commanders. With that being said, if anything else breaks, you know how we do. If anything breaks, Cowboys Star will be back here to give it to you. So be sure and tune in next time. I'm out.